So the first thing to do is to sketch your painting, sketch your drawing, sketch the thing. And here is my sketch. Actually, I did it off camera, as you guys can see, because I was kind of struggling to draw it and sketch it. It was kind of a little rough for me to film and struggle. So yes, here it is, it's done. And I actually used a reference photo for it, but it's not on my laptop, so I cannot show you guys. So that's that. And now, since I'm done from the sketch, I'm going to be taking my pencil and start fixing some areas and make them look better, and you know, add some touch-ups there and there to make it look a little better before I start painting. And now, since I'm done from sketching the sketch and fixing up and adding some touch-ups, now it's time to take my eraser and start lighting up the sketch to start painting. And now, when we are completely done from that step, it's time to bring our paint and start painting, which leads us to the next step. And now, when we're done from picking our colors, it's time to choose the paintbrushes that we're going to use to paint our painting. So I chose my paintbrushes, and this is how they look like. I actually didn't end up using them all because I didn't really think it's necessary. And now it's time to dip our paintbrushes in paint and just start painting or coloring our painting. I don't know, I'm so confused. So the first part I started painting is the cupcake liner. It's actually not a liner, it's not just a cupcake without a liner. So I don't know if that's clear. So I colored it golden brown. I added a bit of, brown to the yellow to make it a little gold-ish, kind of food-ish, you know what I mean? And now I took my paintbrush, dipped it into brown paint, and started making or painting these creases in the cupcake liner. I don't know what you call them, I will call them creases. So, and then I took some water, started blending it to make it a little more realistic, because dude, this is realism art. It has to be realistic. So that's what I was going for. I tried my best to make this such a realistic art piece. I just suck at it, and it needs a lot of patience. I wasn't patient, so that's why you'll see a couple of clips that do not exist in the video, and I did off camera because I didn't feel like frustrating myself more. So yeah, now I'm gonna take my thin brush and just take some brown paint and start adding more shading and just messing up around, trying to, make it a little realistic. I suck at it, but I was trying. That's the video. Attempting realism art, that is the video, so that's what you get. I'm sorry. So that's that. And then I took my brown paint and my thin paintbrush and started kind of outlining and making it a little more bolder. cupcake, and this is the color I chose to paint it with. And yes, I didn't actually film this part from the beginning, so this is what I have done off camera. I added shading, and I'm still shading here, as you guys can see, trying to make it realistic. That's the whole thing. That's the whole freaking video. I hate it. And since it turned out a little bit dark, I decided to add more yellow to it and kind of light it up a little bit because it looked a little bit weird and chocolatey. I don't want it to be chocolatey. And now, since everything is done, the bottom part is done, it's time to paint the chocolate. And yes, I actually didn't film the whole part because I was struggling, and realism art is extremely a nightmare. So yes, all I ended up doing is just making it thicker and thicker, thinking that I am improving it. I'm just making it even worse. I hate it. Disgusting. I got really frustrated filming this. I think you guys can clearly see how it's getting thicker and thicker. It looks really ugly now. I hate it so much. And yes, I'm still attempting to shade and make everything look better because I'm trying to make this as best as possible as I could. And I just didn't really want to play around more with the chocolate, so I decided to move on to the next part, which is the cream, the whipped cream. And it was actually, I planned to use pink, but I don't have white to mix my red with it to make pink, or I don't even have pink, so I decided to make that up. I didn't even film the parts because it was kind of frustrating, and this is how it looks like. I think it's okay till now. I think it's the best part. And yes, painted the rest of the freaking painting off camera because I was extremely frustrated and I didn't want to frustrate myself more by filming. And now it's time to paint the cherry stems because yes, I actually added cherries right there because I don't know, I wanted to, so I'm gonna paint the cherry stems because we need some color, we need to pop things up. I didn't get the footage either of me painting the leaves. I'm so sorry. This video is such a mess. It's garbage. I am really sorry for this terrible video. It was actually the best part to paint the leaves. It was the most fun, and it added so much color and brightness to the painting. It made it look better. Now I will be adding more details into these cherry stems. And you guys, I am finally done from the painting. I am not completely done. There's way more to put and add and fix, but I am done at this point. It looks pretty good, but this one, I know this is out of context, but I really want to show you guys this painting. Anyways, back to the painting. It looks good and bad at the same time. Some things are off, including the background. It's really boring, it's plain, and so like weird because it looks like that the cupcake is standing on a table in the middle of nowhere, so I decided to paint it using my watercolors. So yeah, let's get started. So the colors I decided to go with are galaxy colors, you know, blue, purple, pink, and yes, I did paint this also off camera. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't get the footage. This is how it looks. It looks really cotton candy-ish for some reason. I really like it. I didn't want to do anything too much in the background. I just wanted to add a color and make it pretty simple, you know? We don't need much stuff in the back. So yeah, I'm done with that. Now we're going to wait for it to dry.
Here is the drawing. It's all dry. Now I'm going to add some highlights, which is like the final. I feel like here, yeah, white out, and we have a piece of, you know what I'm doing, you know what I mean, right? You know my technique. I don't need to explain anything. Let's focus. Let's focus and start highlighting. Wow, that's a lot. No, stop here. No, don't even do that. Okay, let's.
And now I decided to, you know, bring my white out and start adding highlights to the painting to make it more realistic and to add some juiciness to the painting, because if I didn't add, then it won't ever look realistic. So that's what I'm basically doing. And if you guys are new here to this channel, or if you don't watch my videos often, which is kind of like disappointing, but it's fine because I know my videos are crap, I use whiteout, you know, that's normal school whiteout that I'm like using right now, to add highlights, because it's really like opaque and it's perfect and handy and it's like everywhere, it's cheap, all that. So I really recommend using this than using the white gel pen thingy, the roller gel, I don't know what the brand is, I forgot. Yeah, that's what I'm adding to the painting. And as you guys can see here, it made the painting look way more realistic and made it look way better. And now I'm going to start adding some highlights to the cherries. And we're done. And you guys, this is how the painting looks like after the highlights. And as you guys can see, the highlights added way more realisticness to the painting and made it look better. Now I'm going to add my signature. And bada bing bada boom, we are done from the painting. This is how it looks like. I kind of like it, but I hate it more because I added so many unnecessary stuff. Like, I added too much highlights. I added like really gross stuff that you guys cannot see here. And yeah, please don't like this video, give it a thumbs down, and report me to YouTube because I deserve it. See you guys in my next video. Bye, and that's it. Bye.